an immortal literary youth. This is what people call HAN Seung-won, a writer who's over 60 years of age. Rather than his long list of literary works, this indicates the vibrant life in his novels that is able to cut through the most powerful waves. By writing of the pains and the sorrows of the common people, HAN Seung-won shows us how the power of life can heal their anguish.
Janghung, Jeollanam-do Province. This is where HAN Seung-won was born. It's been 7 years since he left Seoul. He came back to his hometown with the excuse of his chronic disease, but his passion for writing flamed up after the move. The reason he returned to his hometown, as a matter of fact, was in something else.
내 삶을 증명해 줄 수 있는 방법, 그리고 내가 증명받을 수 있는 방법은 그 원초적인 시공 쪽에 뿌리를 댄 어떤 이야기를 해야 되지 않을까. 보다 진실된 삶은 거기에 그 원초적인 시원에 뿌리된 이야기여야 한다. 그래서 나는 고향 공부를 더 하라고 왔어요. 그러니까 어떤 사람이 그러대요. 아이, 지금까지 고향 이야기, 바다 이야기를 그만큼 썼으면 말지. 아직도 더 쓰려고 왔느냐고 그러대요. 그런데 그 사람은 내 속을 잘 모르죠.
Just like he returned to his hometown at an old age, the main characters in his novels also make a visit to their hometowns. Through their move to their hometown, they find out the true meaning of their existence and focus on finding their roots. Through his pieces, he focuses on finding his own roots or finding his father. The starting point of that process is his piece, Father and Son. The conflict between the father, Park Ju-chul, and his son, Yoon-gil, is heightened by the historical background of their times, and the father becomes someone that his son must overcome. What had HAN Seung-won wanted to say through the never-ending conflict between father and son?
80년대 전후로 해서 우리 사회가 민주화라고 하는 큰 과제가 있었기 때문에 사회나 역사가 말하자면 소설이나 시 속에서 너무 목소리 높게 작용했다는 거예요. 그래서 우리들의 근원적인 고민을 덜하게 만든 거예요. 그래서 이제 군사 독재가 끝나면서 보다 이제 그 존재론적인 왜 사는가 하는 문제에 더 접근하기 시작했거든요. 그런데 제가 생각하기로는 아버지와 아들 이 소설은 그런 문제를 이제 고민하기 시작한 어떤 것이 아니었을까 내 속에서.
Through the conflict between father and son, HAN Seung-won wanted to settle the conflict in his own times. He wished to find the existential meaning of humanity through his relationship that will continue until the end of times. Just like the myth of Oedipus, through his homecoming, the father recognizes the overcoming of the existential problem in the inner mind of human beings.
이 근현대 문학사를 두고 보면 이제 어떤 갈등의 소재도 그렇고 그것을 해소하는 방법도 실제적인 데서 이제 찾기 때문에 어떤 면에서는 세계 문학사를 이렇게 두고 볼 때 상당히 많은 비중을 차지하고 있는 어떤 신화적인 세계에 대한 탐색이 부족한 것이 사실인 것 같습니다. 그런 데 대해서 한승원 선생의 작품은 바로 그 신화적인 세계에서 소재를 얻고 어떤 갈등의 해소를 위한 그런 이야기의 구조를 얻어내는데 아주 중요한 업적이 있지 않은가 그렇게 생각합니다.
For HAN Seung-won, his father was a complex. He was an obstacle for him becoming a novelist, not because of the background of those times, but because of his poverty. In order to become a novelist, he created his own destiny by changing the patterns on his palm with a needle every night. But that was by no means easy. It was not something he could change by his will. In the year of his high school graduation, he comes back to his hometown without finishing his studies. But the passion he had for becoming a novelist did not recede. Even at a later age, he got to enter university. In the end, Han Seung-won became a novelist as he dreamed through his existential thoughts and gets recognized through his writings. Han Seung-won possesses a fiery passion towards creating writings. In many of his fictional works, the sea appears as an important setting. It is the sea in his own hometown that he could see from his own home. In the sea, the origin of all living things exists, and Han Seung-won encourages us to live in that energy of life. Poverty and conflict exist in his fiction, but the will and life that overcome those things also exist. And the answer lies in and over the vibrant sea.
제가 보는 이 고향 바다도 20대에 본 바다 다르고 지금 본 바다 달라요. 그러니까 바다는 어떤 가시적인 바다만이 아니라 비가시적인 바다도 있잖아요. 가령 뭐 이렇게 이야기할 수도 화엄의 바다라든지 이 우주적인 바다라든지. 그러니까 저 바다에서 내가 우주적인 시온의 바다를 느끼고 새로운 바다 이야기를 쓸 수 있지 않는가. 그래서 끊임없이 지금도 바다 이야기를 쓰고 있어요.
The sea is a place that digs up the existential values and the long-forgotten blood relations. There, the main characters in his novels, Han Seung-won, and his readers find their lost roots. Even though their past might be a regrettable one, Han Seung-won writes his pieces to relieve those regrets. And through his pieces, we meet a new life that is different from our past.
저는 지금까지 한 40여 편의 책을 냈는데 저는 지금도 어떤 소설 한 편을 쓸 때는 나는 지금까지 한 권의 책도 내지 않았다. 이 책이 처음이다. 그런 생각으로 써요. 그렇기 때문에 문장 하나하나 구성 하나하나, 인물 하나하나를 그렇게 새롭게 만들려고 애쓰죠.
The strength that Han Seung-won showed us through his powerful characters is not a personal or selfish will. The human will is like a tool that realizes the will of a supreme power that stirs history. Han Seung-won's fictional world interprets the unconscious power of life in a shamanistic quality, thus contributes in leading the unique traditions of Korean literature.